Hey, Light of Calvary, it's me. Well, it's Dad's 20th anniversary at Light of Calvary, and I'd like to say a few words myself. I've been writing speeches and trying to get things together, and this is like my 15th time trying to record this. But anyway, 20 years at Light of Calvary. Congratulations to both of you. I have the rare privilege that he's not just my pastor, but he's also my dad, which also means he's been my pastor for more than just 20 years. He's been my pastor for 30, 32, however long it's been, at more than one church. He's not just my pastor, he's my dad. He's one of my best friends, and that's a real blessing to be able to go through life and to be able to say that your dad is your best friend. Yeah, we've had our disagreements, we've had our problems, but we've made it through it. Being dad and pastor makes it difficult because it's hard to call your dad and say, "Hey Dad, I disagree with the pastor," because they're one and the same person. 20 years ago, we moved from Weiner, Georgia. Dad had been pastoring in Jefferson and had been resigned for about 6 months, and decided it was the Lord's will for our family to move to Conyers for Dad to pastor there at Light of Calvary. And it was tough leaving behind the location where we were. Weiner was a nice little town. Conyers was the big city. That was back in '89 when it was still small. But Conyers was a big city to me. And I don't remember liking the move to start off with. Left behind a lot of friends and family. But it has turned out for the best, and God has really worked through all of the transitions, through all those times. My dad is a pastor. I keep trying to decide, keep trying to go back and forth and say, hey, I want to talk about my pastor, but it's hard to separate between dad and pastor because I know him as one and the same person. But as a pastor, he has always encouraged me to be involved in the church as much as possible. I've helped with the music, I've helped with Sunday school classes, I've done everything from toilet scrubber to a pastor's assistant, and that has given me a lot of experience for life, a lot of experience with people, and it has been a real blessing to do those things for helping the ministry now, and I appreciate that. As a pastor, Dad has given us advice for our family. He preached at our wedding. He prayed with us by our side for each and every dedication of our children, as I know he has with many of you. He's helped with our family, give us counseling with our family. He's given advice in the ministry. As a pastor, he's a man of character. He's the kind of guy that you take at face value. What you see is what you get. He's not a big fancy person, not a lot of fluff, not a lot of empty words. What he says is what he means, and that's a great value to have in a pastor. As a pastor, doesn't always seem to have all the answers, but he doesn't mind telling you that either. He's honest, he's up front, and that's a man of character. The advice that he gives you as a pastor is always, number one, for the sake of Christ, and number two, for your benefit, not for his own agenda or what he thinks is best, but it's for the sake of Christ and for others. The biggest comments that I hear from other people about Pastor Brock is that he's a real pastor with a heart for his people, that he loves his people. And I believe that is shown throughout the years of his ministry. People say that he's approachable and that he's genuine, and that's something to be very thankful for. You couldn't ask for a better pastor than Pastor Terry Brock. Pastor part. But also would like to say a few things about the part I know of him as my dad. He's always busy. He's always going. He's always doing something. He's got to be productive. One of his favorite sayings is, do something. Do something even if it's wrong. Just do something. Go do something. And but Dad has always been committed to several things. To the cause of Christ, to family, and to helping others. And in that order, he's always committed to the cause of Christ. I've seen him study for hours and pray and get ready for messages and get ready to preach and go visit folks and take care of the church. He's committed to the church. He's committed to the Lord. He's committed to family. We've done all kind of crazy things together. From riding motorcycles and shooting guns together, playing ball, wrestling in the floor. And I always enjoyed going to work with Dad. We homeschooled for a while there, and if I get my schoolwork done early during the week, I could go to work with Dad. And that was a blessing, especially when I got paid. But Dad, he's committed to family. He's always committed to helping others. He's never too busy to help other people. I don't know the number of times that my dad has brought home strangers, people from work, homeless people, hitchhikers off the side of the road. And why? Just because he liked helping people. Because he'd bring them home for supper. Mom would set an extra plate at the table. We'd have company. We'd all get to meet a new friend. And it was interesting sometimes, the people that he would bring home. But he's always committed to helping other people. But like I say, no matter how busy we were, what was going on in life, Dad seemed to make time for family. Like I say, we'd ride motorcycles and shoot the guns and target practice and play ball out in the front yard, wrestle in the floor, all these different things. We had a lot of fun being family. And after 20 years of being at Light of Calvary, I'd like to say to my pastor, my dad, Dad, you're my hero. And I really appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for always being there for me and for my family. And I hope you have a wonderful 20th anniversary. Congratulations.